Great.
All right. Are we in are we on our way to
Our
the
favorite
group of
group.
death?
Yeah.
The group that gives me a heart attack every other day?
Yeah. Yes.
God. All right. Penguins 6-2 versus Iran. USA 1-1 Wales. Iran 2-0 Wales. Penguin 0-0 to USA. Have you been on TikTok in the last 24 hours?
I don't think so.
Oh my goodness. Get on there and listen to all of the Euro snobs crying about Gareth Southgate inability to manage a game. It
Oh
will
yeah,
give
I've
you
seen that on Twitter. It's great.
so much life. Oh my goodness. Just watching them. What's great is it'll go back to back. The first one will be before the game, like, oh, what are you predicting? 6-0 England, 5-0 England. I'll be nice, 4-1 England. And then it was West Brom. They talked to all the West Brom guys, and Daryl DK was like, bro, 2-1 USA. Watch it. And they come in and the Americans outplayed them, completely outclassed them. Tyler Adams is still emptying his pockets of every English player that he stuffed in there over 90 minutes. Unbelievable performance. Matt Turner, fantastic in the goal. Zimmerman was my only question mark in possession. Defensively, he was fine. Tim Ream, phenomenal. Jude Bellingham, was he on the pitch? Couldn't tell you. Probably in Tyler Adams' pocket the whole time. Harry
Probably
Kane?
still was in his pocket.
Harry Kane? Who's that?
Parry
Two
Payne.
games, 2 games, 0 goals. Why? 0 penalties. Parry Payne, useless. Jack Grealish doesn't even get off the bench until the 75th minute. No Phil Foden was shocking. Harry Maguire was their best player. Okay, that's when
Yeah.
you know that we absolutely ruined them. We should have won that game. It was criminal that we didn't. Pulisic hit the post. We had a couple of posts, I think. Like I said, Turner made a good save. Zimmer made a great block. For the people who were listening who thought that England was going to walk all over us, cry. Hold that out. The issue is we still need a result on Tuesday. But
Let's just gloss over that part.
yeah, we're gonna forget about that, right? Um, yeah, so Mason Mount, useless, positive, unbelievably terrible. Tyler Adams, best. They went to a 4-4-2 and they couldn't figure it out. That's the basic formation. They all play against it when Sean Dyke is around. 4-4-2 heave it, bro. And they don't know how to break it down? Terrible. Terrible. Absolutely phenomenal performance. It hurt that we couldn't get the result. I think we deserved it. We deserved 3 points. England deserved nothing. And that made me feel really good.
Yeah. Um, I think you just wanted to give a USA recap there. I think we kind of went off
I
script
did.
on what we were
I did.
supposed
Just
to
a
talk.
little bit. I didn't mean to, but goodness me, I needed to slander some Penguin fans. Because, again, even we subbed on Shaq Moore. He
Yeah,
gave you 3 fouls in the attacking half, and you couldn't do anything with it.
I know 100
We played
million Jack
Weston McKinney
Grealish
at
couldn't beat Shaq Moore.
75%. We played Weston McKinney at 75% for 80 minutes, and he still bossed your entire midfield. Like, it's embarrassing these people think that they're just so much better because they're all Premier League players, and then they just got MLS hard. Oh, who's your most impressive team?
What a great segue, right? I'll be honest with you. I haven't been impressed by any team that's been in this group. I really think that everybody's kind of been underperforming a little bit. I sadly have to say England, honestly. I think that they definitely did not deserve to get a win against the US. They barely deserved to get a draw. I think they should have lost that game. But the 6-2 thumping of Iran was definitely that's like their peak level. Like that's the level that they can get to. The issue is that they're so inconsistent. They don't always get to that level. But if they're at that level, they're one of the better teams in the world. Um, and I just think that if they can find that consistency at that level, they'll be much more dangerous. But I think the following game against the US shows that they just don't have that consistency. So I don't think that they've been impressive, but I just think they've been the more impressive team just based on that one game.
Yeah, 100% agree. I just slandered them all the time, and I hate to say this because I got bossed by the US of A, baby. But the 6-2 game puts them in that category for the exact reason that you said. Nobody's really been impressive. There's nobody who stood out in this group like, oh my God, they're Brazil or they're France, right? Nobody's done that. So the 6-2 game puts them in there. So it's really good that they can handle teams that are not great. But once somebody goes to that 4-4-2 and they can't figure it out, hint, hint, Wales, go 4-4-2 and they can't figure you out, you'll be done. USA clear. That's all I have to say.
Yeah, I would love to see a nice 4-0 Wales win, and then we beat Iran, and Penguin gets knocked out.
Please, hook right to my veins.
Oh yeah,
Right to my
100%.
veins. Least impressive team for me. I need more Euro snob tiers. So Wales, welcome to the party. You guys are terrible. I don't want to be that guy who's like, I told you so, but I told you so. They're a one-man team with an aging midfield, a back line that can't figure it out. They've got no attacking idea. They're the European Mexico. What do you? The team was terrible on paper. They had terrible performance, and I'm using my notes have the PG-13 version. I'm using the PG version because we are a family-friendly professional podcast. They got ridiculously lucky that Walker Zimmerman gifted them a point. That is the only reason they're even remotely close to being in the game right now. Against Iran, by the way, don't think it was a red card, personally, not for me. 10 shots, 3 of them on target. Gareth Bale had 1 of them. Against the US, 7 shots, 3 of them on target, 1 of them a penalty. And that 1 was from Bale. Bale was non-existent. Their other 2 shots came from Davies and Ampadu. The team had nothing going for them. They never did. And they showed up and they underperformed. Yet again, Euro snobs pulled that L, try harder. And then what a ratio? Do the kids say ratio still?
Yeah,
Ratio.
yeah.
Yeah.
I also had Wales. I think this team at the moment is better than they've been playing at the level. Um, but I 100% think that this is like the last time, and I'll eat these words when inevitably we go to 40 teams and they make it again. But assuming they keep the 32 team format, which I know they're not, but assuming they did, I think this would be the last time we see this Wales team for a while because Gareth Bale carries this team. And if you take him out of the picture, which this might be his last World Cup, I don't remember how old he is exactly, but if you take him out of the
34,
picture,
35?
yeah, I mean it's probably his last one. Um, if you take him out of the picture, this team is just not good. I mean, you talked about it on paper, they're not good. And I feel like without him, they're gonna not be good. I think just even within the UK, Scotland will be better. I think maybe even Ireland could end up being better. Probably not. Probably not Ireland. That might be a stretch, but um, yeah, they have not been good. Um, and I expected more from them, despite the fact that I put them in last. I thought they'd be a bit more competitive. I guess the second half against the U.S., I thought that that was probably the best that they've played at the World Cup so far. Partially, part of that was because Greg has no idea how to do tactics mid-game, but I expected to see more of that level from them as opposed to them kind of just playing more so like the first half against the U.S.
Uh, yeah, it makes me cry 0 tears the fact that they weren't good this year or this tournament because I told them that would happen, and then all of the Euro snobs came at me in the comments, tried to tell me I was an idiot, and then what I did is after they lost to Iran, I went directly to the comments and I commented back on each and every one of them and said, "What's up, dog?" or something along those lines. Some of them came back and said, "Yeah, my bad, I messed up." Others came back and said something Euro snobby. I don't know. I don't need to take the time to repeat it. It'll probably be one of those Euro snob episodes that we do. Um, hold that.
Good talk. Should we?
Standout, standout player. This is easy.
This is easy. It's Tyler Adams.
The best number 6 in the world. That's how you have to say it from now on.
Okay. Well, I mean, what if Alex Muil's playing at 6?
Don't put
Your
me in that
brain's
situation.
broken. You don't know what to do.
Don't put me in that situation. That's mean. Listen,
Yes. Tyler Adams. Go
his
ahead. Go
his
for it.
stats don't show up on the score sheet. Anybody who doesn't know the game might not understand his importance to the team. But he has shown that he is at the very least a top 5 number 6 in the world. The ground that he covers, his ability to win the ball back without fouling, his ability to catch players that are in front of him, tackling, interceptions, put balls in the air, work rate. Everything that he does is the reason the U.S. is in the game where they are right now. England would have washed us if Tyler Adams wasn't in that game. I'm tired of people saying, "Oh, he's not the best number. He just runs around a lot." Because it's not true. 7 for 7 on tackles. Didn't miss. Like when he went into tackles, he won the ball. Not once did he lose a tackle. 3 pass interceptions, 3 aerials won, all against England. Okay, that is insanity for a player to do something like that. I don't have his mileage. I wish I did, but his miles got to add up to something along the lines of 15 or 16 miles over the last couple of games. RBNY fans knew what we had when we had it. Nobody listened to us. We sent him to Leipzig, and the coach at Leipzig didn't want him. Like, oh, you're not good enough for me. So Jesse Marsh came in and was like, let's go make a super team. So he took him to Leeds, and now he's the best number 5 or number 6, maybe in the world. I will say maybe Casemiro, maybe Busquets, depending on. So there are 2 different types of roles that a 6 can play, in my opinion. The cruncher, the cleanup guy that Tyler Adams is, or the possession in the back, stopgap type of cut passing lane. Tyler Adams doesn't fit in that category. In the enforcer role, it's N'Golo Kante, it's Casemiro, it's Tyler Adams. I cannot think of anybody else who fits in that role. I want so badly, Connor. I need you to look at me for this. I want so badly for the England fans to get in my comments and say one word about Declan Rice being on the same level as him. I want it because it would make my day. It would make my day to hear that because of how stupid it would sound. Declan Rice is rated at $88 million on transfer market. $88 million. He had 1 tackle. 1. And you want to compare him to Tyler Adams? Cry. I won't have it. Tyler Adams is clear of any English defensive mid. Hendo's gone. Rice is gone. Calvin Phillips, gone. Tyler Adams, clear. Thank you.
You know, it's a part of Tyler Adams' game that I feel like a lot of people sleep on as well, is he's the captain of this team. And I think he's a damn good captain too. From even the little bits that I've seen him at Leeds, I know that he will be a phenomenal captain for this team. He's going to be a great leader for us. And really, like, he's going to back the guys on the field. He's going to amp them up. And he's going to play phenomenally while he does it too. I couldn't ask for a better player in the midfield.
Here's how I will end this before we go to Group A. When I was still in Kentucky, I had a buddy of mine, big supporter of Europa Lona. I told him that Tyler Adams was a top 10 number 6 in the world. He laughed at me and went on to Transfer Market and made a list of all these players that he thought was better. He texted me first after the Wales game saying, man, I really actually like him a lot. Then after the England game and said I was wrong. In quoting him, saying he was wrong about what he said. That's how good he was. How often do you see somebody who supports Brocolona change their mind on things, right? That's what Tyler Adams did. And like as we said to end the segment on Group B, he is still emptying his pockets of Mason Mount. He's dropping him off at whatever airport is in Qatar, sending him back to London and saying goodbye. USA clear.